Now at 6, we're live in Parsons, Kansas for the More Power to You tour as we celebrate the completion of our tower project. Plus, details about a crash in Joplin involving a bus full of elementary students. And
since the tornado hit the city of Parsons 22 years ago, the city has not been this full with businesses. I'm Janna Hautala with the story.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Hi, everybody. We're live at the Gathering Place in downtown Parsons, Kansas to celebrate the completion of the More Tower Power project and surrounded by a flock of Cardinals, apparently. Hi, Cardinals. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. For 6 straight weeks, we've been live at different areas of 4 states every Thursday during the 5 and 6 p.m. newscast as part of our More Power to You tour. We're going to have more for you on that in just a moment, but first, some of today's top stories. No one was injured when an SUV rear-ended a Joplin school bus today. That bus was loaded with Joplin students heading to Shoring Heights Elementary School this morning. The school district says parents were contacted and most of the students were taken to school on another bus, while some were transported by parents. Once at school, the students were checked by district nurses. Since the tornado hit the city of Parsons 22 years ago, they've been gaining more and more stores on the main street here, and they're now at almost 100% capacity. KOAM's Janna Hautala talked with the city and some store owners about what this achievement means.
The city cannot remember when they have been this full with businesses on the main street.
I teased my boss about wanting to just put my office down here right out on Main Street. I would see all the people I need to see. This whole community revolves around this, the heart of the community. So you really get to see everybody you would do businesses as you're down here on Main Street. That's the best thing about it.
Zaleski praises how businesses that have been there for years have created a great foundation for this to happen. One of them being the Bleacher Gear.
You want to have a place where there's a good grouping of stores, so you know, if someone wants to do some Christmas shopping, they can come down and walk around or whatever, so that's a big deal.
All the businesses here support each other. When a new one comes in, the old ones make sure that they are welcomed.
I met David and his dog. I don't know whether you met Quigley or not, but anyway, you know, they were out just walking around, and you know, we try and be as welcoming as we can.
A new cigar store owner from Overland Park was warmly welcomed to the community.
I specifically wanted to find a small town to live in and get to know and enjoy. Love the fact that everything's so close, everybody knows everyone, and it's a close-knit, friendly community.
The other store owners have even helped him to furnish his store.
We do support one another, look out for one another, and everybody treats one another like a neighbor more than like a store owner.
Being at 100% capacity is not the end, as the city wants to use the location as a foundation to continue building on.
We'll continue to look for new, exciting, but also traffic driving businesses to come down here to support the businesses that are already here.
In Parsons, Janna Hautala, KOAM News.
Again, we are live in downtown Parsons, Kansas, and are you guys like Cardinals fans or what? I think that's a yes.
Yeah,
Doug
absolutely.
Hetty. We're fans of the weather right now. It's looking pretty nice.
Yeah, it's been a nice day. We've actually had a pretty good week so far. It's hot, of course. We got into lower 90s here in Parsons. Everybody else mainly stayed into the mid to upper 80s, but clear skies, not too much is going on. We're at 83 in Carthage, 85 in Anita, Parsons 90, 92 in Chanute. And it looks like our temperatures are going to just slowly drop back as we go through the overnight hours. We'll drop through the 70s, 60s, down to about 63 by the time we head into the morning hours. But overall, it's going to be a pretty quiet night. We are going to heat up a bit, just a little bit more over the next couple days. We're going to talk about Friday night football weather. We're going to talk about some rain chances as well as we head into the weekend. So here in a bit, yeah, we'll cover it all.
All right. See you then.
All righty.
During the winter storm in February of 2021, temperatures dropped to extreme lows, causing elevated demand on the power grid all across the Midwest. Then we began hearing that the Southwest Power Pool told utilities to issue rolling blackouts to try to reduce demand. Well, in tonight's final Power to the People report, KOAM's Chris Warner takes a look at what the Southwest Power Pool is and why it can tell our local utility providers what to do.
Who can forget these images of the winter storm in February of 2021? The bitter cold, the heavy snow, and most importantly, the bitter cold. It pushed energy demand sky high across the Midwest as everyone tried to stay warm, and that stressed the power grid to its maximum. And that's when we started hearing about the Southwest Power Pool as it began issuing orders for rolling blackouts among member utilities locally. Until then, most people in the area had never heard of the Southwest Power Pool. Aaron Dole with Liberty Utilities says it's been around since 1941.
It started during wartime efforts to try to globally serve or regionally serve the needs for aluminum smelting. And there wasn't just enough power down in Arkansas, and so a group of utilities got together to figure out how to try to provide that for wartime efforts.
It continued to grow over the decades, now spanning from the Gulf Coast to the Canadian border, all of it linking utilities across the Midwest together to share energy.
We do what we call joint commitment and dispatch. So we buy all the energy we need to serve the loads of our customers from the Southwest Power Pool. Separately, we offer all of our generation in to the Southwest Power Pool as an optional sale. So the Southwest Power Pool is able to globally look at everybody's bids and offers and figure out the least cost, most reliable supply for the entire footprint.
Dole says sharing that energy is essential to keeping the lights on.
So if I have an outage and I don't have the most efficient generation to serve my load, others can supply it and vice versa. And so really it's just trying to optimize all of our assets together to be more efficient and more reliable.
Dole adds that without the pool, high demand situations could cause the utility provider to enter a forced blackout that could last weeks or potentially months.
But the reality is they are the backbone of making sure that we can reliably and efficiently serve our energy needs. If you have all the different utilities, municipalities, cooperatives, all looking out for themselves, you're not going to end up in a best case scenario, especially when you're stressing weather to the extreme like we did during Storm Erie.
In Joplin, Chris Warner, KOAM News.
Dahl says thanks to the cooperative efforts of the Southwest Power Pool, they're able to keep the lights on even if a local power plant were to shut down or have a system failure. Again, we are live in beautiful downtown Parsons, Kansas for our More Power to You tour, surrounded by some Cardinals. We're going to talk live with the Chamber of Commerce director about the Parsons economy. That's up next. Welcome back again. We are live in downtown Parsons, Kansas, outside the Gathering Place, and we're joined by the Chamber of Commerce Director, Liz Cochran. Thanks for being with us, Liz.
I'm happy to do it.
A lot of things to bring people to Parsons, and one of them is something that's rather unique, and that is the Children's Museum. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, we have one of the premier children's museums probably in the state. The closest thing I can describe it to would be like the one in St. Louis. They have events and they have different centers and they change everything. They have arts and crafts, history, science, you name it. It's an amazing place to go with your children. Or even if you're just dropping by.
Kids can learn by accident. They think they're going there to have fun and they get a lesson in the process. That's great for parents. It's great for the kids. Another thing that's going to be great for kids, Manufacturing Month, National Manufacturing Month is next month. Yeah. And Alexander Manufacturing, one of the big employers here in the community, is participating by inviting some students in. Tell me how that works.
We are actually really excited. We just talked about this last week. They want to bring students in on a day that their manufacturing plant is not going. So on a Friday, they're going to give them a tour through that. And then they're actually going to hand them as they leave a dummy paycheck that has their name on it so that they can show them that good jobs exist here in Parsons and that they can stay, and we want them to come back. Even if they go for a while, we're happy to have them back.
Incentivize the kids to stay, keep the talent local. One other thing, the Chamber of Commerce had shut down a lot of events during COVID, as they did in most communities, I suppose. Downtown area is bringing some of those back now. How's that going?
We're really excited. We were able to do our Moonlight Madness last month, which brought several hundred people downtown. We had a DJ and music and all kinds of food trucks. We also are coming up on a fifth Friday that, again, will block off the downtown, have lots of fun. We're going to have an amazing band that night. I'm really excited for Bogart to be here. And our Monster March is back this year in October. So we'll have about 1,000 kids downtown.
All kinds of fun things coming back to Parsons, Kansas. Absolutely. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Liz Cochran with the Chamber. A little bit later, we're going to speak with Parsons head football coach on the preparation for this week's matchup. Plus, Doug Eddy's going to be back with a full look at the forecast.
Are more...
Well, of course, we're out here live in downtown Parsons. Sunny skies. It's been a great day. In fact, all week long since Labor Day, we've had pretty good weather conditions across the region. Let's go to Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Of course, this is in Seneca, Missouri. Look at this. Clear skies across the region. This is pretty much what we are going to see as we go through the evening hours for us. And then into the overnight hours tonight. We do have some rain chances in the forecast, which is good. We need some rain, so let's go into Saturday. Here's Saturday morning. We're going to heat up. Once again, temperatures right around 90 degrees. A cold front is going to surge in by the time we get into Saturday evening. Most of the rain's going to stay to our north, but we should get at least a few showers in here Saturday night and into Sunday morning. And, of course, we could use any rain that we can get. Any showers left over are going to be out Sunday morning, and then it looks like by Sunday afternoon. It looks pretty good. Sunshine returns. Temperatures, though, they're going to be quite a bit cooler. High temps right around 80 degrees. Temperatures right now, 82 in Lamar, 84 in Miami. Here in Parsons, it's 90, 92 in Chanute, so it's a little bit hotter on the Kansas side. 7th and range line looks pretty good. Currently sitting at 84. Winds are calm. Humidity is at 47%. As we go through the rest of the evening hours, we'll drop back through the 70s, 60s, eventually down to about 63 later on tonight. Nothing's going on. We have clear skies across the region. Most of the Central Plains also pretty much clear skies. We can go west. We actually have a hurricane. The tropics have been pretty calm so far this year. This is Hurricane K right off the coast of Baja, California, which will not affect us. And then here's the beginnings of our next storm system building in the northern parts of the Rockies. All right, let's step through time. Let's go through the overnight hours. We'll stop at midnight, temps sitting into the mid-60s. And then by morning, we're going to drop back into lower 60s. So a nice start, plenty of sunshine once again as we head into Friday. Lower 80s by noon, and then I think most of us are going to top out upper 80s to near 90. Now, again, Parsons, Fredonia, Chanute, Coffeyville, you all are going to go into lower 90s like you have over the past couple days. Tomorrow night looks pretty good into Saturday morning. We drop back lower 60s once again. And then as we go into Saturday afternoon, we'll heat up upper 80s to near 90 degrees, and then you can see those showers trying to work in as we go into Saturday night and Sunday morning. So here's your day planner for you Friday, starting at 63, 82 by noon, high temp of 86, or 86 by 5, high temp of 87. And of course, we got four-state Friday night football tomorrow evening. We are going to put the weather at holding onto decent weather by kickoff 83, halftime 78. So if you're heading out to any area high school football games tomorrow evening, it looks absolutely fantastic. 87 tomorrow, 89 on Saturday. We're going to hope for a few showers getting in here Saturday night into Sunday morning. And then look at our overnight lows. We're down to 54 by Monday morning, 58 Tuesday morning, and then we heat back up into the 90s. But at least we're going to get some cooler, more fallish weather.
Yeah, if you're up before dawn, it's like sweatshirt weather.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks, Doug. Hey, disc golf has been a growing sport since the early 1970s, and Parsons wants to bring the competition to town. Parsons has options for all ages with 2 courses to play from beginner to pros. Toland Creek course was added last year, and a new course for beginners is nearing completion in Forest Park. Disc golf follows rules similar to golf, with discs designed specifically for various shots from putts to drives. This Saturday, September 10th at Toland Creek in Parsons, MD Disc Golf is hosting a disc golf fundraiser for Children's Miracle Network Hospital. Still ahead, it's rivalry week for Parsons High School football. Vikings head coach Jeff Shaby is going to join us to talk about Friday's matchup with Labette County. That's after this.
This week is week 2 for Kansas high school football. Here in Parsons, it is rivalry week with the Vikings hitting the road to face the Labette County Grizzlies. And we're joined now by Parsons head coach Jeff Shaby. Coach, these schools just a few minutes apart, man. First off, what is this rivalry? You know, you've been in this rivalry a long time. What does this rivalry mean to you?
Well, I mean, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to this community as well. A lot of our kids know these kids. They grew up with them. They played sports together growing up. Some of the kids that, you know, start on Labette County or go to Labette County High School grow up in Parsons, still live in Parsons. Me personally, back when this game was played, it always felt different. You know, game week leading up to it was fun. The atmosphere is fun. The walk into the game, it's just something that these kids, these coaches need to experience, and the fans and the communities as well.
You know, I'm sure you've watched the film from week one of this Labette County team. What stands out to you about this team, and what kind of challenges will they present tomorrow night?
Well, I know they've lost a few games in a row, but they're a lot more improved from where they were a year ago. You know, starting out with their quarterback, Kendall Holtzman. He's a 6'3", 200-pound quarterback. He can step up and deliver the football to some really nice, skilled receivers. Yeah, they've got a couple transfer running backs, Lawrence Holt, Jamal Jackson. So they've got good receivers. They've got good backs. So they're going to present some challenges that we don't typically see on a normal basis in Class 3A. We're consistently going against teams that run the football, where Labette County likes to pass the football. So we're going to be challenged tomorrow night for sure.
All right, and last week you guys won your opener 56-22 over Prairie View. Obviously, a bunch of different guys did some cool things on offense, put up some big numbers on offense. We talk about some of those offensive pieces and kind of how explosive you feel like you guys can be this year.
Yeah, we have several pieces. We can play a physical, grind it out style of football, or we can spread teams out. We have some athletes on the edge, but it all starts up front, and our running back Jamarion Washington. We go how Jamarion goes. Last year, whenever he was healthy, we were 7-0. When he didn't play or he was limited, we were 0-3. So he had 5 carries for 149 yards last week for a couple touchdowns. And then, our quarterback continues to step up under the bright lights. Trey Mack, he's only a junior, but had a nice night. He was 6 of 7 passing, 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. J.J. Kendrick has really, really stepped up and kind of filled that void for Dion Sylvester. Dion was our MVP last year, and JJ's just taken a huge leap, and he's becoming a dynamite player for us offensively.
All right, Coach, I appreciate you coming here. 3rd year here, 3 wins the first year, 7 wins next year. I know you guys are heading in the right direction. I appreciate you for being here.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow night.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Take a moment now to recognize a military veteran from right here in Parsons, Kansas. Calvert Green served in the U.S. Army, stationed in Saudi Arabia during the First Gulf War. He was decorated 16 times, and we are proud to salute Army Sergeant Calvert Green, a 4-state hero. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to hear about the carefully planned process that went into announcing Queen Elizabeth II's death. Also, former Sandy Hook students are sharing messages of strength with the young survivors in Uvalde, Texas. And a Nevada politician is charged with stabbing a reporter to death in Las Vegas. That and much more tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Again, we are live in downtown Parsons, Kansas. I'm told that the Cardinals volleyball team is playing tonight. You want to give them a little cheer? So if you're going out to the volleyball game, you have that to look forward to. If you're going to be outside, you have some nice weather to look forward to.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I got the sun just came around the building here, so I got to see the clock. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Tomorrow about 87, near 90 on Saturday.
You have 27 seconds. Final sports note.
Tonight is a huge night for Pittsburgh State football. They're on the road against 11th-ranked Nebraska Kearney. We'll have the latest from that one right here tonight at 10.
It's going to be a tough challenge for the Gorillas, but I think they're going to pull it out. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be live in Joplin next week at the 3rd Thursday event. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.